Hey folks, Stronghold Crafter Kev here with another video. Welcome to my channel. This video is going to be part 3 of work in progress of my gate tower project, and I'm really happy how it's turning out. So I won't take too much more time, but to say it's been quite a challenge, and I'll go more in detail in the video after this. So feel free to subscribe if you like what you see. If you are a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate it. For more information on my craft, visit my website, which is strongholdsoffantasy.com. And I'll see you in a bit. Hey folks, welcome back to part 3 of my work in progress video of the gate tower. And as you can see here, I have the main part of the structure fully assembled, and I'll go in more detail in just a little bit. If you're wondering why there's a major contrast in the color, I had to detail the inside first, and I had leftover paint and I didn't want to waste it, so I decided to do some more base coating on the outside. And let's see, I'll go from there. I was just doing some little markings here on the portcullis just to get an idea as to where the rivets or bolts would go for the joins. That's all going to be painted over anyway. But I don't know if you can see now. Lighting's not too good. Anyway, this has been color toned here for the black and the dry brush of gray, and I'll explain more with that. I did do a gray around the frames of the windows, just a flat gray. I wasn't trying to go with a matching color. I wanted to go with something a little bit lighter, just for a basis of contrast. And anytime, I usually don't do pre-painting like this, but anytime I do pre-painting, I always make sure that I don't paint over the joins until I've glued it together, and then I can paint over that. So that's why there's a lot of white here, and you just see the black base coat, which I over poured with my water mixing, so I didn't want to waste the paint. And as you can see, that's how things turned out. And the back looks about the same. And this is where it gets interesting. Of course, I glued this all together with Loctite Power Grab. Very good stuff. And the base coat is a mixture of water and Artist Loft paint. It says that it's fluid, but it's not fluid enough for my taste because I had trouble getting into the cracks. So I mixed it with water to thin it out a little bit more. Stuff you live and learn about. Now, if I tip this way, you will see, yes, a dark floor. That is the floor for the slots for the murder holes, or murder slots if you will. And I'll see what I can do about raising this thing up. As you can see, the polystyrene is actually doing a pretty good job of holding it up. And unfortunately, you can't see too well from this angle the inside. However, it would be dark like that, realistically speaking, with terrain. So I will try tipping it this way and see if I can shed some more light in there. I may have to do a freehand camera here in a second if this doesn't work out. But, well, you can see here I had to put a separate piece to hold it in place for the track for portcullis to slide in. And this is the outer wall. What I'm going to have to do with the portcullis to show some, well, here again. Try to get closer here. I detailed the flooring on the bottom here, so you'd actually be looking at it as a ceiling with some aha. Here they are. With, ooh, that's big. One of these things. These are coffee stirrers. Yeah, they look like wood. Of course, they're made out of wood. They were pretty much the almost the perfect size for wood beams, if you will. And I went with a base coat black paint, and I went with a Basics raw sienna for the base coat. Secondary coat, not the base coat. I'll get this right. Alright, so I cut these to size. It was very simple. I just used some scissors to do so. And the, well, this was actually a test. These are just base coated black here that are supposed to be metal bands. And I used this Folk Art brand of gunmetal color paint for that. So it proved to actually stand out pretty well, I thought. Very happy how that. So someone coming in would actually be looking up and just see slots. And as you can see here, try and tip this out a little bit. Try to bring in a little bit more light here. There we go. So yeah, I like the outside. This is what made it more challenging, was I had to do more detailing on the inside than I usually do, which I normally don't do any detailing. So since this is going to be seen, I had to do the detailing, you know. And that's base coated black with a gray dry brush, which is this paint right here. Basics, well, Liquitex, as the raw sienna, and yep, it's a natural gray. Works for me. That's all I usually use for the stone gray. And so, I wasn't sure how sharp to make the points here. Actually, I don't think it really matters. I went with more of a blunt edge with these woodsy sticks. They're a thicker one, a little wider. That's what made up the portcullis. And I've seen reference photographs of more pointy ones, but they can be also metal if you really want them to be. But this portcullis is going to be just basically wood. So that's all that matters. And when it's down, of course it does stick out a little bit on the bottom part of the window. I'm not too worried about that. You wouldn't see it here, but there will probably be some ropes, pulleys, and winches on either side of the window anyway. It does actually give the let me see if I can get a figure in here. It does give the figure a little bit of frontal protection, if you will. You can see him up there. However, my main goal was to have the portcullis raise up enough to where it was about here. So that gives you enough space for a righted mount to enter quite easily. A carriage might be pushing it. I don't have a point of reference for that. So is where we are now. What I'm going to have to do is finish out the detailing of the brickwork here, and of course base coat this black to match that, and then overlay that with more of the gray. However, now I have to assemble the crenellations on the top part with their own with the roof piece. That's going to be a little bit complicated, but not too bad. And it should, I'm hoping, create a shadowy effect where you won't really even see this flooring in here anyway, but I didn't want it to be pink, so that's why I painted it black anyway. So overall, I'm very happy how it turned out. I even detailed the arrow slits in here with some gray paint on the inner part, just so it doesn't look so white per se. And I have to admit, it's been the most challenging project to date. I'm happy how it's turned out so far, and it's one of those things where you're happy you've reached to this point. And from here on, I'm going to have to strive to, of course, put a door in here detailing. I'm not sure how the additional end pieces are going to come out just yet. I haven't even cut them yet, so I'll have to look into that, and I will let you know what I come up with in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye.